Hi everyone, my name is Omhlema Melonchengila for those who do not know me, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is our second episode of the education series that I'm doing, and I wanted us to speak about online learning. Online learning has proven to be quite difficult for many students across South Africa because of the type of environments that we live in or grew up in, and also just the adjustments from being on campus to off campus. And this comes with a lot of external pressures. It comes with a lot of adjusting to do without your academic support with you constantly and all the time, and plus the resources you need to actually accomplish online learning. Now, many universities across South Africa are trying their best to get particular resources such as tablets, laptops to students who cannot afford to own their own technological devices, because when you're in university, we need technological devices in order for us to do our research, in order for us to handle our schoolwork, and to do any other functions that our lecturers, tutors, or departments require of us. Now, with online learning, everything has changed, everything has shifted. Not only has learning changed, but also admin of universities has also changed. Not only are universities also facing challenges of learning this new system of doing things and new systems of doing life, so are students wherever they are across the country. Online learning for me personally has been quite a challenge because of the type of tutoring now that I've had to adjust to tutoring on online platforms, to getting all my students on these online platforms, making sure they have data, making sure they have the right resources for them to actually do their work, to catch up, and constantly helping them to also deal with their external pressures. This for me, I also had to adjust to myself and in my work as well. Being away from my supervisor was quite difficult at the beginning because I was used to that physical relationship and the certainty of always knowing that the person who you need help from is always just a walk away. I've had to train my mind in order for my mind to say that you are no longer going to a physical class, you are going to class in your dining room or in your room. And that adjustment in itself needs a lot of discipline. So these are just a few things that I'm going to speak about today in my video, and give you guys a few tips on how to actually adjust, and how online learning, you can use that to the best of your advantage as a student wherever you are. So yeah, let's get straight into this video. Online learning is proving a lot of theories about learning right or wrong. What do I mean by this? Now, I'm a person who believes in active learning. What is active learning? Active learning means that everybody who's involved in the learning process is actively engaging with the material and with the people who are part of that learning process. So it's not just a lecturer coming to deliver a lecture and just leave, but it's a lecturer who's delivering a lecture, asking questions, posing debates to students, and students engage in those questions, and they also engage in those debates. They also engage extracurricular material outside of the class, and come back then to ask questions and to seek more knowledge and understanding from their academic supports, be it lecturers, be it tutors. This is very important, and that's, for me, that's my description of active learning. Active learning cannot happen if we do not prepare. And how do we prepare? That's our next step now that I'm going to be talking about. How do we prepare? It's very important for us, number one, to plan ahead. Planning ahead is always something good that you can do, not only just for your academics, but for anything else actually in life. Why planning ahead is important in your academic work is because it keeps you on track with everything that you're doing. So plan ahead for a class, whether it's online. Plan ahead for a tutorial, whether that tutorial is also online. Plan ahead when it comes to you studying and doing your chores. Because remember, as I said in my previous video, you are not only just an individual, but you are an individual with the roles. So whilst you guys are at home, many students are surrounded by family. And in family and being a family member, you need to also participate in different ways. You need to spend time with your family. You also need to do the chores around the house or any other errands that your guardians or your parents actually send you to do. So those things are important. That's why it's important for you to plan ahead. So for me, for instance, I know that in this house, my brother cleans, I cook. So I need to plan ahead when it comes to the meals that we are going to eat during the day, so that that does not take away from my study time. So it's very important for you to plan your head and plan your days. So as I said, active learning and online learning needs a lot of discipline. So you need to get yourself plugged in into different structures and systems that actually help you to achieve your goal and help you better your academics in whatever way you need help in. Now, discipline requires a lot of accountability. This is why I say you need to plug in. You need to plug in firstly into your work. Secondly, you need to plug into a study group with colleagues, with friends, with peers in your classroom that are actually in the same degree or in the same faculty as you, in order for you guys to keep each other accountable. You need a support system that's actually going to help you carry through your work during this time, because you are the one who's running your own schedule currently. If it was you on campus, you would have class at 10, you'd have class at 11, you have a tutorial at this time, at this time, and then pretty much like university, actually, you choose whether you wake up and go to class or not. That's your choice. But most of the time, people do wake up because it's easy, it's accessible to actually go to class. Unlike at home, you have so many distractions that can keep you away from your work, but you need to choose. If you do not commit yourself to your work, it's going to be very hard for you to engage yourself in something that you are not valuing at the moment. So you need to commit, and commit means that you are placing priority in this particular thing. So you are placing priority in your academics. That is what commitment means. Commitment is a symbol of you valuing something in your life. So you need to commit to your work. So what did I say? Plug in, commit. Plug in, commit. So it's very important for you to find a support structure that will really help you during this time, because online learning is not easy at all. Just like anybody who's going through a change, who's going through a different process of doing things or a process of living a new life, it's very important for us to adjust. Human beings by nature, we were born to adjust. We are agile beings by nature. Now, what does this mean? It means that our minds can make new ways into us surviving in different environments. Something my friend always teaches me, she's a psychologist, is that, you need to train your mind and tell your mind, you are no longer an honor student, you are now a master student. So you need to help your brain make neural pathways in order for you to adjust into that environment that you have now been placed in. What can we do for us to really adjust into this new environment of online learning? You need to find new study methods for yourself, because you are away from your normal life. And when you're away from your normal life, you know you need to adjust. So how do you adjust? I really do suggest read up and do research and different study methods that can help you during this time, because remember, exams are also approaching, and this time you are doing online exams. You need to understand what this means. You need to understand how this works, and you need to be prepared beforehand. That's why I said in the beginning, plan ahead. You need to be prepared beforehand, before you actually engage in a particular situation or circumstance that you are going to be pushed in. Now, online exams are happening. whether we like it or not. But this does not mean that you are going to not do well or you are going to fail. Hell no. It does not mean that, but it does mean that we need to be prepared in every single little thing that we do. So it's very important for you to do your research on new study methods and how you can actually apply that from home. And before we move on to our next point, I want to make something clear. New study methods do not replace consistency. If you are not consistent in anything that you do, then that becomes very problematic, because every time when you change into something new, you always find yourself feeling stuck or feeling like something is working because you are not consistent. So it's very important for you to keep consistency in your schedule, to keep consistency even in the study methods that you choose to do. Because if you are not consistent, you will not see results. You just need to keep pushing against the tide every time when you are thrown into a new situation or you need to adjust to something new. Consistency is highly important. My next point is now application. With everything that I've said, it's all good that you've heard me, but you need to jot it down, write it down, thereon have an action plan and put it into application. We do not learn just to learn, but we actually we do not, what I mean is that we do not learn just to have the knowledge and not use it. We take the knowledge that we've been given and we actually use it in order for that knowledge to assist us in elevating ourselves from one level to another. So it's very important for you, after you watch this video, go sit down with yourself, look at your schedule again, see what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. Where do you need to do research? What do you need to be more plugged in or more dedicated to? Where have you not committed? And what are you willing to commit to? So you need to go and sit down and put everything that I've taught you right now in this video into application. Now, I am not saying this is all easy or everyone has the same way of living life at home. I am totally aware of the different social dynamics that exist in our societies and in our communities, but mine is to come here and give you guys certain tools that can actually help you to adjust in the types of environments that you're living in. I am not saying that this is going to be easy, but I'm asking you to try, and I'm encouraging you to really try your best. Try your best to do the best with what you can. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'll be doing more of these videos throughout the week because we are reaching exam times and I really want everybody, wherever they are, to be prepared for the time that is coming ahead. I wish you guys nothing but the best during this time. As I said, please go back, whatever you've learned here, go back and apply it. Application. None of these things that I'm talking, that I'm saying or that I'm giving you and talking about are going to work without you actually applying. I'll see you guys in my next video, and thank you so much for the support thus far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Bye everybody.